On the news, National Bureau of Statistics says over 2 million Nigerians kidnapped between May 2023 and April 2024. Edo State Government and African Development Bank conclude plans for strategic partnership. National Security Advisor identifies hunger and poverty as major causes of insecurity in Nigeria. Iranian Foreign Minister denies report of ceasefire agreement with Israel. In addition, we have the exchange rates and weather report. Stand by now for the details.
Welcome to the news on the hour on Providence Television International. I am Ubebo Ikekwa. Before we delve into the news, let us take this commercial.
Congratulations. On behalf of myself and family, I wish to heartily congratulate my great friend and brother, Mr. Nusa Igebo, Editor-in-Chief of Tel magazine, on the conferment of a national award of OON on him by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I consider the award as well-deserved, considering his numerous attainments as a frontline journalist and his exceptional commitments to the survival of democracy during the military regime of the 90s. I'm glad that the nation has finally rewarded him for his struggles against military dictatorship and for his avowed love for national ethos. There is no doubt that this award is a reputable reflection of his patriotism, which must serve as a compass for generations yet unborn. Mr. Igebo is a pride to the Benin nation and Nigeria at large. Therefore, I pray that God Almighty will continue to bless him with good health and lasting peace for greater services to our dear nation. Signed, Gabilon Otakmomehi.
And now to the news. The National Bureau of Statistics on Tuesday, 24 June 2025, revealed that 614,937 Nigerians were killed and 2,235,954 others kidnapped across the country between May 2023 and April 2024. The information was contained in a report titled The Crime Experienced and Security Perception Survey 2024, based on surveys conducted between May 2023 and April 2024. The report disclosed that murder rate was highest in rural areas with 335,827 incidents and 279,110 in urban areas. It further stated that 1,668,104 persons were kidnapped in rural areas, while 567,850 were abducted in urban areas. An estimated amount of 2.2 trillion naira was paid as ransom to free victims of kidnapping during the period. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has denied reports of a ceasefire agreement with Israel, stating that Iran will only stop its retaliatory attacks if Israel ends what he described as illegal aggression. Tensions escalated after Iran launched missiles targeting a military base in Qatar, housing U.S. forces, in retaliation for American strikes on Iranian nuclear sites over the weekend. In Iran, more than 400 people, including children, have died and at least 3,056 others injured since Israel began its offensive on June 13, 2025. Meanwhile, in Israel, Iranian strikes have killed at least 24 people. The National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, has identified hunger and poverty as major drivers of insecurity across Nigeria, stressing that tackling them is essential to achieving lasting peace and development. Ribadu stated this on Monday at the National Security Seminar themed Combating Hunger and Poverty for Sustainable Peace and Development in Nigeria. He, however, noted that President Bola Tinubu's administration has prioritized agricultural reforms, social investment programs, and security sector interventions to break the cycle of hunger and poverty. Edo State government and the African Development Bank have concluded plans for a strategic partnership focused on urban transportation, infrastructure, urban renewal, youth employment, and human capital development. The Edo State delegation, led by the Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Emmanuel Ukwebo, engaged in a business dialogue with a 7-member team from the AFDB, headed by the Vice President for Infrastructure, Industrialization and Private Sector Development, Dr. Solomon Keno, and the bank's Director General for Nigeria, Dr. Abdul Kamara. Discussions focused on structuring AFDB's potential support to Edo State within a framework of mutual economic benefits, and areas identified for collaboration include strategic investment in transportation corridors, integrated urban development, youth skills acceleration, and green infrastructure, all aimed at unlocking private sector-led growth and transforming urban and rural livelihoods. Edo State government has inaugurated the Primary Healthcare Drug Revolving Fund Committee to make drugs and other healthcare essentials available and affordable to the people. Executive Secretary, Edo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Soihia Coulson, disclosed that Governor Okpebholo remains committed to strengthening primary healthcare. He urged the committee to put measures in place to ensure successful implementation and sustainability of the DRF program. The program will help eliminate frequent stockouts of the state's facilities through a revolving drug supply system, as well as reduced out-of-pocket expenses for patients. 11 states are taking steps to commence ranching as a way to address the age-long violent clashes between herdsmen and farmers, which have claimed several lives. While some states have allocated plots of land for ranching, many others have pledged lands, and a few are developing policies that will guide the initiative as a viable business venture. The states ready to commence ranching are Lagos, Plateau, Ondo, Zamfara, Bauchi, Delta, Niger State, Kano, Jigawa, Nasarawa, and Anambra states. The monthly environmental sanitation exercise scheduled to take place across Edo State on Saturday, 28 June 2025 has been cancelled. The cancellation is due to the nationwide polio immunization campaign exercise, which coincides with the date of the sanitation exercise. This is to enable health officers and other persons who will be involved in the exercise have unrestricted movement on that day. Despite the cancellation, all Edo residents are encouraged to keep their immediate environments clean. Two of Africa's fencing powerhouses, Egypt and Tunisia, have arrived in Nigeria, with other countries set to arrive today, Tuesday, 24th June, ahead of the 23rd African Fencing Championships, which will take place at Charterhouse, Lagos, from Wednesday, June 25th to Sunday, June 29th. The 5-day 12-event tournament will feature top fencers from across the continent, all vying for the 12 gold medals up for grabs in both individual and team events. Nigeria's hosting marks the 4th time the event will be held in sub-Saharan Africa, following previous editions in Senegal, which was in 2002 and 2009, and Mali in 2019. Victor Osimhen is willing to accept a weekly wage of £200,000 at Manchester United, contrary to reports suggesting he wants £300,000 per week. The clarification comes amid speculation that Manchester United are reluctant to meet the Nigerian striker's supposed wage demands as they look to trim their bloated wage bill. Osimhen's future remains uncertain as he prepares to leave Napoli following a successful loan spell at Galatasaray, where he scored 37 goals and provided 8 assists in 41 games across all competitions. And now to the exchange rates. 1 United States dollar is equivalent in naira presently is 1,570. 1 euro, it's equivalent in naira 1,801. 1 British pound presently stands at 2,101 naira. 1 Canadian dollar 1,139 naira, and 1 Australian dollar 1,002 naira. And the weather forecast for Wednesday 25th June in Abuja, there will be heavy thunderstorms with a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. In Lagos, scattered thunderstorms with a temperature of 29 degrees Celsius. In Benin, heavy thunderstorms, temperature 30 degrees Celsius. In Port Harcourt, there will be heavy thunderstorms, 31 degrees Celsius. Kaduna, thunder showers with a temperature of 31 degrees Celsius, and in Enugu, heavy thunderstorms with 31 degrees Celsius. The weather forecast for Wednesday, 25th June in Washington, it will be cloudy and a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. In London, it will also be cloudy with a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. In Johannesburg, it will be sunny, temperature 17 degrees Celsius. In Rome, it will also be sunny with a temperature of 33 degrees Celsius, and in Paris there will be light rain with a temperature of 29 degrees Celsius. And that's the news on the hour on Providence Television International. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.